Welcome to PreciousMetalsInvesting.com. I'm your host, Ted Sudol, and today we're going to talk about Cyprus, the shot heard round the world, your money and precious metals. Cyprus has been in the news, and I wanted to talk about some of the ramifications for the precious metals. There's some financial analysts who say that Cyprus is such a small country, it has such a small financial part in the euro, that it doesn't really matter. They say, see, the stock market is going up, and the precious metals, which have always been regarded as a safe haven when the investment climate is volatile, well, they're down. That's proof enough that in the bigger picture of things, Cyprus just doesn't matter. Although Cyprus is a small country, I think it does matter in the bigger picture. Although the effect might not immediately be apparent, I think that it's just another thing that chips away at the confidence people have in their financial institutions, the ones that they've always trusted in for years. It's brought the dirty laundry to the forefront and laid it out for everyone to see. What Cyprus did, in case you don't know, is to propose to brazenly go into the Cypriots' personal bank accounts and steal the money and transfer it to the banks who lost the money through their bad business practices in the first place. And in fact, you have the people paying for the sins of the financial institutions. The first version of this proposal was going to take money from depositors in accounts that were lower than the insurance limit and those that were also higher than the insurance limit. After a public outcry, it's been modified to only take money from those whose deposits exceeded the insurance limit. As a result, you've seen runs on the Cypriot banks. The banks have been closed for a week, and you can see similar bank runs in other places in Europe. I think the biggest fallout from the Cyprus fiasco is a chipping away at the confidence in financial institutions. People are increasingly coming to realize that the trust they've placed in them has been misplaced. The first atomic blast on financial confidence also seems to have been absorbed with nary a ripple in the financial markets. That atomic blast occurred when Germany asked for 300 tons of their gold that they stored at the Federal Bank in New York for safekeeping back. Although the Bundesbank insists that its request was reached independently of the public outcry in Germany when it was learned that the gold had never properly been accounted for, the Bundesbank now agrees it's a good idea to have it audited. Although the request for part of their gold back does not necessarily indicate a lack of trust between central banks, the response from the Fed does give one pause, and a response that I thought would have sent a shiver down the spine of every central banker who had their gold stored somewhere else. The Fed told the Bundesbank it will take 7 years to get their gold back to them. 7 years! How would you feel if you had stored your gold at a bank, wanted it back, and were told you would have to wait 7 years? How would you feel if you stashed your money in a bank for safekeeping and found out the government just took it? We're lucky we're not in a place where such a blatant stealing of depositors' wealth and transfer to the banks that caused the problem in the first place can occur. We live in the good old USA, where our government and our financial institutions prefer the slow, hidden transfer of wealth to banks and financial institutions from its citizens through interest rates kept artificially low below the real inflation rate. And also by devaluating the currency through quantitative easing. Our government doesn't just take money from our bank accounts and transfer it to the financial institutions that caused the problem in the first place. Our government prefers to transfer your wealth to the financial institutions through taxpayer-paid for bailouts. It's the old story of how do you boil a live frog. You remember that one, don't you? To boil a live frog, you increase the temperature gradually, a fraction of a degree at a time, and the frog doesn't notice. It doesn't jump out of the water until it's too late. What will be the final financial insult that will cause the investing public to realize they are being boiled alive? When will it happen? I don't know the precise answer to either of those questions. However, I do believe that when the straw that broke the camel's back does occur, the rush to precious metals will be so sudden and so strong that it will catch many people unaware. When the flood does begin, I don't think that government manipulation by large banks, or any other attempted manipulation of the financial markets will be able to hold the raging torrent back. I just hope that viewers here at preciousmetalsinvesting.com are prepared. You have a lot of analysts banging the crisis drum and saying the end is near. I don't believe in that Mad Max financial apocalypse scenario. What I do believe is that there will be a new financial order. There will be new winners and there will be new losers. I just hope that all of the viewers to preciousmetalsinvesting.com are in the winner's corner. Thanks for being with us today here at preciousmetalsinvesting.com. Make sure you leave a comment, and also if you have a suggestion about what you'd like to see here at preciousmetalsinvesting.com, let me know. Thanks.